We're here at the scene of this fire, one of the most heartbreaking moments in this city's recent history. Truly an unthinkable tragedy. We haven't seen one like this in New York City in decades, Natalie, and we're going to start with an update on the number of victims. You just mentioned it. The mayor updated it earlier this afternoon. 17 people killed here behind me, and that includes 8 children. The number could go up, though, because there are 13 who are still in critical condition. The mayor did say that President Biden called him earlier today. He says the president vowed to be there for the city in whatever way that we need. And Mayor Adams made a vow of his own. He said that New York City will get through this tragedy together.
And this tragedy is not going to define us. It is going to show our resiliency as we help the families through this. In the middle of such pain.
There have been so many horrible twists and turns with this story, and a lingering question right now about why the door in the apartment where the fire started did not close automatically as it should have. We threw everything we had at this story today. News 4 did. We've got team coverage. We'll begin with News 4's Andrew Siff, who has the very latest on the investigation. Andrew?
All right, David, right now the fire marshal remains on the scene here on East 181st Street in the Bronx. We want to show you there is a fire investigator's truck out in front of this 19-story high-rise. The fire itself began on the 3rd floor. You can see some of the broken windows there. And what we learned today from the fire commissioner was just how devastating the smoke was in terms of the death and heartbreak. The horrifying reality sinking in.
I did not sleep. I was crying in my sleep. I was shaking.
Those that survived one of the city's deadliest fires ever, thinking about those that didn't.
That's my sister. That's my family.
The fire marshal spending this frigid Monday examining every aspect of what triggered the catastrophe, from a malfunctioning space heater in the 3rd floor apartment where the fire started, to the apartment door that was supposed to be self-closing that didn't close, allowing thick smoke to rush everywhere.
The smoke traveled throughout the building, and the smoke is what caused the deaths and the serious injuries.
The fire commissioner standing with the mayor and other officials today, the city and state promising housing for those displaced and emotional support for this devastated, largely immigrant neighborhood.
To every grieving family, 8.8 million New Yorkers see you as their family members, and we are here together to push through this.
Amid the sadness, some glimmers of hope. Not only did the FDNY successfully rescue dozens from the 19-story high-rise, including toddlers and babies. Today, the city's Office of Emergency Management said some families will be able to go back.
Many of the apartments will be able to be reoccupied as the week goes on.
And the almost incomprehensible death toll revised downward today after some apparent double counting among hospitals. Now 17 dead instead of the 19 first feared. But the fire commissioner cautions.
Don't forget there are many people fighting for their lives in the hospital who were transported, so this number could unfortunately increase again.
And I just checked with the medical examiner's office a few minutes ago, and they told us that as of this hour, the count remains at 17, but it's a very tenuous situation. So much tragedy at this horrifying scene in the Bronx. We're live in Fordham Heights. Andrew Siff, News 4 New York.
All right, Andrew, thank you. And I know you can feel the heaviness in this neighborhood with me as you stand a few feet away. More stories of survival emerging tonight. Some people went to desperate lengths to try to escape this inferno that was unfolding, including a woman who lived on the 3rd floor of the building, a floor where the fire started. News 4's Mark Sentia continues our coverage with her story. Mark?
And David, I want to show you something. Take a look up top, the end unit right there on the corner, that end apartment. Jackie called that apartment home for years. Yesterday, she firmly believed she was going to lose her home and her life.
I was like, okay, we got to go. But then smoke started billowing under the door. So I said, we can't go out of there. We can't. Don't open the door. No, the first thing I screamed was, don't open the door.
Trapped by smoke and flames, Jackie had no choice but to stay put. She took wet towels, placed them by the door to keep smoke out, and Jackie could not believe what she saw when she looked outside.
Then I was terrified because I seen my neighbor's kids jumped out the window.
Jackie thought this was the end. She started calling her family.
I just looked around. You know how you just give your house that last look? Because I was like, that's it. That's what I felt like. That's it. This is it. Everything's gone.
Then firefighters arrived. Jackie thought she would be rescued next, but when ladders kept stretching higher, Jackie stopped a firefighter who was climbing past her window.
I said, so you're not going to take us now? He said, miss, there are people out there dying. You're breathing.
Other families in the building were not as fortunate as Jackie.
That's what you want. We just want to know what happened. If they're alive, they're alive. If they're not alive, that's what God wants. We're just going to be patient, but we just don't know what's going on with them.
Baba is looking for his family members, wondering if they're among the dozens injured or the 17 people who died.
Been waiting for almost 24 hours. All the family members getting horrid. Back home here, nobody slept last night, and that's what you want. We just want to know what happened.
Back to Jackie, firefighters made it to her door and led her to safety. Jackie is scarred by the horror she witnessed as she walked out of the building.
And when you see them pulling out people and they're laying on the ground, when I saw him bring out that baby and they just wrapped the sheet around it, and little children and grown men.
Many of the residents in this building are now staying with family members, and they're getting assistance from across the community, including the Red Cross, clergy, Monroe College, and neighborhood volunteers. David, back to you.
Okay, Mark, so chilling to hear her description of what she saw. The flames spread here so quickly because a door that was supposed to close in the apartment didn't close. And in fact, it should have closed automatically. Now, we've been reporting on this for a while. This similar thing happened in 2017. 13 people were killed in a fire also here in the Bronx. And since then, the News 4 I-team has been looking extensively at faulty fire doors. News 4's Chris Glorioso has more on this. He's reporting from the Belmont section. Chris, what did you learn?
Well, David, as you say, just 4 years ago, this building in the Belmont section of the Bronx played host to another deadly fire. 13 people were killed. You can see they still mark this tragedy with flowers. And after this tragedy, city inspectors pledged to make self-closing doors a priority. Now folks are wondering if they went far enough. To illustrate the impact of a closed fire door, Underwriting Laboratories made this video.
Closed door on the left, open door on the right.
The bedroom on the right was charred by fire because its door was left open, but the bedroom on the left suffered almost no damage.
You can see the dramatic difference.
Close the door. Close the door.
But after Sunday's unspeakable tragedy in the Bronx, critics are suggesting it's the landlord and the city that didn't do enough to keep the doors closed at this building.
That door is supposed to close automatically. The tenant who is in the middle of a fire or has fire in their apartment or smells smoke in their apartment, they don't have the wherewithal to remember to close the door.
Attorney Bob Valensky represents 12 of the 13 families who lost loved ones in a 2017 fire on Prospect Avenue in the Bronx. The deadly flames here once again escaped into the stairs and hallways because of a faulty fire door. After that fire, the I-team found thousands of broken fire doors throughout the city.
This is supposed to be a self-closing door, but it's not closing by itself.
It's the landlord's responsibility and the city's responsibility to make sure that those doors self-close.
In 2018, the city's Department of Housing, Preservation and Development did triple the issuance of violations for faulty self-closing doors. But after a peak in 2019, those violations have started coming down. The I-team found in 2017 an HPD inspector was on the third floor of the building that burned this weekend. The inspector issued a violation ordering the building to arrange and make self-closing the doors near the third floor hallway stairs. It's not clear if that was one of the open doors that ushered in the deadly smoke that killed so many children and adults.
It had to be because of multiple doors open on the floors into the stairwells and just throughout the building. To have that amount of smoke throughout the building is just so unnecessary.
We reached out to the group that owns the building that burned yesterday to ask about the self-closing door, which did not close. We're still waiting on a response there. It's worth noting one person on the ownership group is a man by the name of Rick Gropper. He served on Mayor Adams' transition team. A rep for him says he only attended 2 meetings on housing policy and had no direct meetings with Mayor Adams. They say there's no conflict of interest there. Mayor Adams says the investigation into this fire continues. For now, reporting live in Belmont, for Glorioso News 4 New York.
We're back at the scene of this horrible, tragic fire here in the Bronx. A short time ago, we saw what we believe to be family members or residents come and take a look at this scene as people come and process it. It's very haunting now as you see windows broken out and just the somberness that hangs over this. As we learn more about space heaters. And during this cold snap, of course, many turn to space heaters to keep themselves and their families warm. And like yesterday's tragedy in the Bronx, those heaters can quickly turn deadly. In fact, we've got some numbers for you. According to the Consumer Product Safety Commission, space heaters are involved in about 1,700 fires a year, and that results in 80 deaths. So before you plug in, better get Beccaro with some important safety tips. These could be life-saving safety tips. Linda Beccaro joins us from Yonkers with what we really need to know about this. Linda.
And David, you mentioned some scary numbers. The Yonkers Fire Department here telling me they just recently responded to a fire caused by putting something on top of a space heater. Now, those heaters, of course, can help keep you warm as I get out of the way by this fire truck coming right by me, but you must follow these safety tips. One culprit in the deadly Bronx fire is a malfunctioning space heater, and the Yonkers Fire Department tells me there are several ways that can happen.
The main problem is distance to combustible materials. So every space heater should be a minimum of 3 feet away from anything combustible.
At least 3 feet away from bedding, curtains, and other materials.
That's a warning repeated in a public service announcement from the FDNY. Another concern is overloading the power circuit. Captain Dene explains.
They should be plugged in directly to the house wall plug, okay, no extension cords.
Starting in 1974, the U.S. National Electric Code requires a neutral ground wire in all home electrical outlets.
People don't have a 3-prong outlet in their homes, so what they do is they take the ground and they break it off, and then they'll plug it into the wall.
Instead, Captain Dene says you can buy an adapter. Other tips? Inspect the wire to make sure it's not frayed, and don't sleep with the space heater on.
All of these newer units have a tip protection, so if it tips over, it'll shut down.
You should also check that there is a label on the wiring showing it's approved by the underwriter's laboratory. But again, the key safety tip is to keep 3 feet safety clearance around a space heater. Live in Yonkers, Linda Beccaro, News 4, New York. Back to you.
All right, Linda, thank you. We're going to try to repeat that information as much as we can. St. Barnabas Hospital was the closest one. Patients were rushed there. 20 patients rushed there. St. Barnabas, as I said earlier, part of the fabric of this neighborhood. This is part of the community. So for the doctors and nurses and staff there, this is deeply personal. And Dr. Ernest Patty is a senior emergency room physician there. He's been there for decades. You were there when the first patient got there, Dr. Patty, and you were there throughout the day. Before I ask you about that, I'm struck, you and I both came to the scene and we saw this building. There was something about it that moved you.
Just the sheer enormity of the damage, the broken windows, the smoke damage to the side of the building. I could almost feel the heat when we walked up here in spite of the cold today. It really moved me to see how damaged the building was. I can only feel for these people and their families.
Doctor, we talked earlier and you described some chilling details to me as the first patient started coming in. This fire was so vivid and the smoke was so vivid, you actually could start smelling the smoke before patients came to the door. Tell us about it.
One of the first memories I have is I smelled the burning, the smoke, and then saw the medics coming down the hall with their patients. And the first few patients were in cardiac arrest, and they were doing CPR and resuscitating them as they were moving them towards us. Our teams got together, the hospital responded, the whole place just, all hands on deck. It was quite a scene.
You trained for this, you have seen many tragedies, you've dealt with many of them here, but For you, there was a turning point. For a lot of the staff, the turning point as these patients started coming in. Tell me about it.
Seeing the children coming in really moved all of us. Most of us are parents, and we are family folks, and we have our own families that we care about, and these are our community members. You know, we love these folks and their families just as much as we love our own, and that was the most moving thing for myself and the staff, because many of us were welling up while we were doing our resuscitations. It happens, but you train for it, you know what to do, you do it, and then later on you have to sit with your thoughts and deal with that.
Well, we've talked so much about our emergency frontline workers dealing with the Omicron surge, dealing with what things that you have been dealing with. What about you and the staff, the mental health, the capacity to deal with it?
Well, all of us dug really deep, and then what we did is afterwards we met as a group and we shared our feelings and our thoughts, and the hospital has reached out with us. Today we had a debriefing session, and we're going to have them scheduled every few days. It's what we need, but we stick together as a family both in times of crisis and in times of celebration, and these moments are going to be with us for a long time.
I only have a few seconds left, and we don't like to rank tragedies, if you will, but what you experienced over the last 48 hours, where will this land in your mind?
The sheer enormity of it, I would say this is probably the worst tragedy I've had to deal with, both with adults and children together. It was very hard.
Dr. Ernest Patty, thank you for coming over here after a long time.
Thank you.
And our hearts and minds go out, of course, to the victims of this, Natalie, but as well to keep in mind these doctors and nurses who had to go into a zone and will still probably live with this for a long time. I'll send it back to you.